Not caring made me a better person. Not caring actually made me care. I have always had so much anxiety, and I always thought that it was just because I cared, that I had a big heart and that I cared for other people. But I realized that the only reason I cared was because I was afraid. The only reason I cared was because I was unsafe in myself. I did it because I was anxious, and I did it because I was afraid. And when I stopped caring, I found that my heart was more expanded. And that was when I actually truly felt love for people and for my experiences. And it really opened up my heart. I never realized that it was closed until it opened. And yeah, not caring made me a better person. It really did. Because before it was about fear, it was about saving myself. And I was not in the right mind space. I was not thinking of others, I was thinking of myself. I was thinking of my own safety, and I was people pleasing to save myself. And never did I actually think of other people in what they needed and what they felt. It was all for me. And when I stopped caring, I actually start to look at other people and to wonder how they are doing, how they are feeling. Because I am secure in myself, finally. I am safe enough in myself to feel present and to think of other people besides myself. The thing with being unsafe and scared in yourself is that you are constantly thinking of you. You are constantly fighting yourself for yourself. And when you finally stop being scared of yourself and you finally find that safety and that harmony, you actually realize how asleep you were and how so absorbed you were with yourself. You become so much more compassionate and sensitive with other people, and you become so much more emotional in your heart and with yourself because you can finally feel safe enough to feel. You can finally feel safe enough to be present in them. And yeah, like I finally had the energy and I finally had the life, because my energy wasn't being absorbed by a void. And I then actually realized how much I cared for people. But I was in this survival state for a really long time. And when you're surviving, you don't think of emotions, you don't think of people, you really don't think of yourself. You abandon others and you abandon yourself. And, it's just trying to get through it. But you're not feeling it. And you're not processing it. That's the thing, is that you trick yourself into thinking that you are handling it. But you are not. Being a better person was also about asking myself how I felt and checking in with myself, not just other people. It made me a better person to me, to my family, and to the little friends that I really did have. And it really made me see, and it really opened my eyes. I can't exactly tell you how to go about feeling more safe, to be honest. I think it's just you finally saying to yourself that you don't want to feel this way. And it's finally being truthful with yourself that this is not how you want to live. And that is how it starts to get out of it, is to be aware of it. And the thing with safety is that it feels so unsafe to question and to be real with yourself and to be present with yourself, because you are avoiding those emotions, you are avoiding those problems. So you are not going to check in with yourself and be aware. And that's why this is a whole brutal cycle that it is not always easy to get out of, because you're not even aware that you're in it. Your mind shuts off and your body becomes numb. Your existence becomes numb. And you realize that you have gone the whole day and you don't remember anything. But for me, it was finally saying that I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel scared. But the thing with being afraid is that you get so used to it and you think that it is just who you are, that it is a part of you. And yes, emotions are a part of you, but it cannot become you. It is a part of you. You are not a part of it. It is a very hard cycle to work through. But you are not stronger by caring too much. You are not better by caring too much. You have to be caring enough to be selfish. You have to be caring enough to actually have caring intentions towards other people, and not for it to have anything to do with yourself, and to have that awareness. And to others, that will look horrible. It will look selfish. It will look rude. But care about people knowing that it is about them and that you genuinely care. Not because you are trying to save yourself. Not because you are trying to make yourself feel okay. To make it a parasocial sort of experience. By helping them, you're sort of helping yourself. Telling yourself that you're helping yourself through them. Make this the awareness that it is not about them, it is about you. And actually caring is distancing yourself, leaving them alone, working on yourself. And once you are right, give to them, work with them, love them. Worrying has been built into us, and it is a survival tool. Kindness is a survival tactic. It has nothing to do with your heart. It is conditioning that if we do not help, if we do not care, if we do not worry, that at some point it will come right back to us and we will be blamed or shunned or hurt or abandoned because deep down you feel you are not enough. And if you over worry and if you care and you give your everything, that somehow that will be enough and you won't get left behind. That is the conditioning that we have been brought up with, to abandon yourself so that they don't feel abandoned. So that they won't abandon you. No one can tell you who you are. If you know who you are, why do you need other people to say that you are this or that you are that? You know if you're a kind person or not. We always overthink ourselves way too much and question who we are and the emotions that we feel. Trust in who you are. By you tending to yourself, that does not make you a bad person. It does not make you selfish. And to anyone who says that it is selfish, they're just not used to seeing someone not abandoning themselves. And jealousy becomes them because they realize that deep down they have abandoned themselves and they cannot do what you are doing. And they secretly wish that they too had that and could do that and find the courage to do that. Abandoned people are just abandoning other people. And people who are saving are just trying to not be abandoned. We are all just afraid. And that is why we overgive and overtry and overwork and overextend ourselves. You are afraid of being seen as too much and overwhelming. But at the same time, you can't get yourself to stop. You can't stop. Because the core of every anxiety is the fear that you will be abandoned. Because when you do a little less of too much, that is nothing. In your mind, that is giving nothing. So, your everything is not enough. And so you give more and more. And that just can't work anymore. You know it can't work. We are all our walking reminders. That's if you look up to a person or you are triggered by a person. Either way, they are your reminder. If a person brings up jealousy or anger, at the end of the day, we always see a part of ourselves in other people. We can either choose to ignore that and maybe get triggered by it and hate that person for it, or we can take inspired movement and be inspired and be encouraged. But we are all each other's walking reminders.